First, Boston, coming out of Boston. What up, what up?
Yeah, that's what's up. So we're here to talk about the whole mass movement. A lot of local artists are coming up. I think it's our time. I want to get into the music a little bit. You know what I mean? So let the people know, a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Yeah, man. So I'm from Jamaica Plain, Boston.
All right, JP. Shout out JP. Salute.
I manage my son. My son is Droza. He's an artist as well.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's how I started. Like I knew a lot of people in the business. I wasn't all the way into the business like that, but I knew a lot of people in the business. So when my son started making music, I thought it was a great idea to help the kid out and all
Yeah,
of that.
that's what's up.
And
With
here I
your
am today.
connections and his skills kind of mend that.
You guys
Yeah,
ever
exactly.
collaborate on music together,
Yeah.
artistically? Because my dad, he don't rap or nothing like that, but he does the drums. I
That'd be
rap
cool
a
to
little,
do
and I always
something
think
with-
like it would be so dope at some point
Yeah.
to do something like that with him on the drums, me rapping in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't personally make music, but I've brought him to the studio, watched him create magic. I'm always there. We just dropped a new video, Alive.
Nice.
That's featuring him and two other artists that he's in a group with or whatever. And like collabing like that with him, and it's a great feeling, man.
That's
awesome.
amazing
Yeah,
bonding.
to be able to, artistic, create art basically. That could live on beyond us.
So when
You
you say
already know.
when you say your son, how old is he? Is it like a
So-
little Bow Wow thing, where you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to clarify.
He's 22 years
Okay.
old. He lives in
He's grown,
Texas
okay.
now. He's grown. Yep. He's from here, obviously. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But he moved to Texas. He's on his own now, out there. But yeah, man, we just working. You know what I mean. Trying to make music. Trying to make a little difference out here. That's all.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, you're big in the community. I see a lot of different stuff, whether it's music or wrestling or different art or I see
Yeah.
I was checking out your Instagram page. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah,
well?
as well. Yep.
All right, cool,
Yep.
'cause I seen that new song you got coming out. You sent me a clip. It was just sneak preview, but it was dope, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I
no
appreciate
doubt.
you too, man. For real.
So how
man.
we find that? How we find that joint?
Yeah, so if you pretty much just click the link in my bio,
Right.
I got the little link tree. It leads you to all the platforms.
Yeah, and we'll be
I'm on
dropping
all
the
major
link in
platforms.
the chat right under this. When we drop this video, we'll have his links in the chat, the Instagram, the YouTube. So if you want to tap in, check them out. You know what I mean? We'll put it all in the chat.
How many projects do you got?
So I work with a lot of independent artists. I even work from different states and all of that. I'm trying to bring independent artists to the light. Myself with my son, we probably got around 5-7 projects that are fully done, videos and all of that.
That's what's up.
But like I'm always working, man. I'm always trying to make different shit,
Stay
different
busy.
music. Yeah, trying to keep busy. Exactly.
You got a lot of features, and what are like?
Got a lot of features. I'm actually
How
in
do you
the
go
process.
about getting these features? Is it just people you know?
So people I networked with through the social media platforms and all of that, and we build. And it's been a couple years now. I do got like a handful of artists. That I got artists from Arkansas. I got an artist from Alabama. Like crazy ass places, but
Yeah, that's
they
crazy.
dope and shit. I want to try to link them all together
Yeah.
with of course Boston artists. I got
Versatility, yeah.
put it all together, try to make some dope shit, man.
That's the
some
dope thing
music.
about the internet, like you said, like on a national level, you talk about people from here, Alabama, Little Rock, wherever, what I
Yeah.
mean, California, that you could
Yeah,
come together.
it's crazy,
over there,
yeah.
and even worldwide, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even just to keep it in the States, like that's the dope thing about the
Yeah, I was
internet,
just
and
talking
maybe
about that. That's how we do in the YouTube streets. It's like
Yeah,
we link with
yep.
so many people in different states and even different countries. That's the networking is crazy.
and everybody got different perspectives too.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Styles,
Southern.
slang and terminology and accents.
So
Yeah.
you pushing to ultimately get everybody together physically in the same space and do like a show? Is that something?
That's the goal. Yes, I
That's
would love
dope.
some unity. Get everybody from everywhere. It's hard though, with people in different places, but it's possible, and I'm gonna get the job done.
Yep.
We're gonna get all these people. Yeah, and that's what I'm shooting for, like the unity of having people from all different kind of places in one room making beautiful music.
Hell yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Talk to me a little bit more about like JP, because I'm from Cambridge. Sometimes it confuses me about like Dorchester, Roxbury. Is JP like part of Dorchester or Roxbury, or is it his own separate thing? It's South End.
Nah,
Like sometimes it just confuses me a little bit because of how it's broken down. So
yeah, nah, JP is definitely its own little section.
okay,
It's off of all of that. It's its own. You know, It's crazy because I've been around for a while, so I've moved around. I've been in different places and shit like that. But, I love the city, man.
yeah.
I
I love
that.
the city.
I hear that.
Boston your whole life.
Nah, it's crazy because I lived in New York till I was like 20, 21. So I was actually born and raised in New York.
Okay, so you went to high school out there. You grew up
Out
more in
Yeah,
New
I was
York.
gonna ask
Okay.
about that originally. Yeah, so
Originally, but I've been out
always the
here
East
for over
Coast.
20 something
Yeah,
years now.
always up north, the East Coast.
I love it out here. I got kids out here. I got,
Right. So so
family.
you settled that once you start a family and kind of develop roots somewhere, it's like you really
Yeah.
call it home. It's a
Yeah,
little
this is definitely home for me.
And I
Yeah.
see on your page, like I said, I was checking it out, man. It was definitely dope. But I see you work with all. It seems like all kinds of different artists, like you were saying, from all over the place. You know what I mean? As far as models, rappers, singers, what have
All
you,
that.
all kinds of artists.
Yes, love the culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever has to do with the culture, man, I like to be
You gotta
like,
be
be a
involved
part
in
of
it.
it, be
Nowadays,
involved.
with
Yeah.
that's like, it's like you gotta keep up, but you have the opportunity, you have that luxury because you have such easy access to the phone, the internet nowadays. You could do all that. Like,
Yeah.
I love that I could hit my homie in Colorado and just chop it up with Chicago, wherever they're at. Philadelphia, New York. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's dope, man.
yeah, man, it's definitely a new era. So it's like you could work with someone. You don't even gotta link up. You could do a dope track and just email each other some stuff back and still have a dope track.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
You can even not probably, you can even make music with somebody in a different state and y'all here and y'all just, make it work. Just
Vibing, yeah. You could even shoot videos. You know what I mean? Like
all of that,
if you
yeah.
got the right person to edit it and do it right, you don't even gotta be in the same building. You could shoot a dope music video with somebody you collab it in Texas. You could be a match.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're always trying to highlight local artists, like not just Boston. Massachusetts
Yes.
in general. You got Joyner Lucas. You got people you got people all over. Mass Terminology,
Yep.
for example. They're both Massachusetts, but not necessarily Boston. But there's a lot of people in Boston. I think it's that time that we definitely shine the light on Boston artists. You know what I mean? This is the mass movement, the whole New England. We're trying to shine the light on all the local artists.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
can feel that. Talk to
Yeah.
me. Growing up in New York, who was some of your heavy influences as far as rap goes?
Especially that was a different
that's-
time too. It's the
It
golden
was the
era.
golden era. I grew up with a kid named Little Dap, and actually, so Gangstar, I'm sure you're familiar with
yeah.
Gangstar. He's from Boston
Yeah,
originally.
yeah, we got this
Guru
DJ,
and Premier, yep.
Guru and Premier.
We were just shouting
Rest in
them
peace,
out.
Guru. Yeah, he passed
Salute.
away, but shout out to Premier.
Yeah, salute. He actually had a group called the Group Home.
All
And
right.
I grew up with these kids, and we went to school and all of that. So I remember seeing Gangstar come pick him up or them up, taking them to like video shoots and all of that shit or whatever. They from the Gangstar Foundation. So watching that, man, I was inspired, man.
yeah.
And they used to be a show called Video Music Box. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with that. It would just play videos. It was at a certain time
Right.
during weekdays, every day or whatever. And one day they came on the this is the back in the days.
right.
It was no social.
Not
no
everybody's
news.
just coming up,
Yeah,
right?
None
it
of
was
that
like
stuff.
even we hearing your joint on the radio was like a big deal, wasn't?
Yeah.
Everything wasn't everywhere.
Yes, true. So true. So yeah, I seen them come on the TV on the video joint. I was like, from that day on, man, I was like, man, I want to do that shit
What I
one
gotta
day,
do right here, yeah.
That's
So
What's up? So,
That's dope.
what is some of your favorite projects or artists or collaborations that you have done,
so
or some of the newest maybe?
yeah, so my newest joint exactly is called Alive, and it's featuring Droza, Yago the God, and Johnny Blanco. That is my favorite track right now.
That's
I got that
always
shit
ask
on
people
rewind.
their favorite track too. So
Yeah, it's not so much. It's like a ladies type of
yeah,
joint.
something
Oh,
feel good. Yeah, you gotta give them something different.
yeah, yeah. So I like that song. I'm very proud of that song.
That's what's
I
up.
like that joint.
How would
Yeah.
you describe your main like style? Is it
Yeah, your style of
boom
music
bap? Like,
or
cause you was talking about Premier and Gangsta, they were
Yeah.
more on that bars and
yeah,
that
it's
boom bap,
lyrical. Yeah, it's
I,
metaphor.
I would definitely say yeah, like a boom bap type of
old school
style.
New York,
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
I
East
like
Coast, East
East
Coast, the
Coast,
whole
I,
East
East
Coast.
Coast.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
all
Yeah.
kind
East
of, but
Coast like New
it all
York
stems
lyrical,
from
but I love West Coast beats. I love that 808, like that thud, like so. I might kick an East Coast type style, over a West Coast beat. I like that boom bap.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know,
that's
Yeah.
dope. You know, even when you started seeing East Coast rappers rapping on like Southern beats, and it
yeah,
was kind of like,
definitely.
you know, when the South was popping and you
That
hear like
whole
those features, I'm
swag,
like, oh, okay,
yeah,
yeah, like Fab was like killing
right,
things, all
yeah,
sorts of beats that you wouldn't necessarily.
yeah. You would see like Jewels and certain people. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just evolved so much too.
Over the years,
Hip
right?
hop, you know what I mean? You had that, like you said, that golden era, the '90s, where it was just like, who's the hardest rapper, the
Yeah,
braggadocious,
yeah,
and
your
then you had
80s, the
the
90s, then
singing
the early
hooks. Yeah,
2000s came crazy.
yep.
Then when the hooks, it was just like people are throwing two, three hooks in one song.
Yeah.
But
And it
hooks
seemed
are
like a
where
lot of
it's
people
at.
were at that time too, just getting like either females to sing on the hook, like the whole
Yep.
Ja Rule thing, and then kind of 50
Yeah,
kind of took
yeah,
that whole,
facts. Yeah,
dissed
yeah.
him and took
The
his,
heavy
style and
Ashanti
did the
go,
same
yeah,
thing.
facts.
But it's kind
That
of
was
cool
a
to see
whole.
how it's
That was the
evolved.
era. They had even J Lo was, it was just crazy how many people were.
Yeah, yeah, it was like that R&B crossover. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
which
It's
is
like we
dope.
could do a
But
rap
outside
song.
with like Method Man and Mary J, like that was a classic record right there, and it was nothing dirty about it. Like nowadays, you can't have your kids listening to half of this stuff. But these two were just chilling in the hallway, wholesomely, just kicking it. Like I'll be there for
Yep.
you. You know what I mean? You
Now they
care for
both
me.
acting in the Power series,
Yeah,
man.
now that do
Yeah.
good things bring good things. Like,
It's
Yes,
it's good to
sir.
see nowadays these older like artists evolving and
being
doing stuff like
respected in their
that. You
line
know,
of
like
work,
Method Man is acting, even
sure.
Mary J. Blige is
Yeah, the whole Power
Ice Cube
universe is
got his own
crazy.
basketball league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's dope to see that. Like 50 Cent just kind of did his own thing, making shows,
Oh yeah.
movies.
That's the power of
The
hip hop.
Power universe
Power
is
hip hop.
crazy. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. So what do you got? What do you got coming up next, man? With
So yeah, exactly. So I'm working right now currently. I got a mixtape type of joint. I'm trying to
Right.
get like an old school mixtape feel
yeah,
to, today.
mixtape's classic to get your music out there. I've always been a fan. I dropped a few myself, but
On the mixtape level.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
those are bangers, man. So I want to do that and have the different artists on there. That's what I'm working on right now. I actually just had a bunch of people sending me tracks now. I got to bring them to the studio and get them all leveled out and all of that shit. Or
Hell
whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, we working on that. It's gonna be a Jew Her First mixtape. Holla at your boy.
yeah, that's what's up, man. And I know a lot locally. Have you collaborated? Like, who do you mess with anyone local? Like,
Yeah,
any
actually,
Boston artist that-
yeah, I'm a big fan, and I'm a good friend with Lou Armstrong.
I fuck with Lou.
Yeah, Lou,
Hitmakers.
he's solid.
HMF, salute.
HMF, yeah, solid man, solid. You
Rest in
know,
peace, Calm Cobain. I fuck with the whole movement.
I met Lou in Everett. He was at the barbershop
Lou
out
solid,
there.
man.
Just
I
said
just
what's
shot
up
it.
as a fan. You know what I mean? I don't-
Once a week we shout out a few local rappers, and I just shouted him out. Smoke Balger last week, Lou Armstrong. My man Finale. I did a Payday DVD with all of them back in the day.
oh, that's dope.
Yeah, real
DVD
dope.
era. That was a good era
that's
too.
when we
Yeah.
out there pushing CDs downtown, selling
So,
CDs, mixtapes.
That was around the same time that those beef DVDs were coming out. I
yeah,
take it, right?
Yeah, everyone was on that. You know what I mean?
That's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
That's dope, man.
So you collaborate with any of
For collaborations,
as far as local artists or someone outside your circle, and
honestly, nah, I'm looking forward
Not
to
yet.
it. I would
Right.
like to do that. I want to do that, but I haven't. Just it's been in the camp meaning type of thing.
Yeah, because it definitely seems like from what I see, you stay busy. The catalog, like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot going
We're
on.
trying
different
to. We
artists.
definitely trying
And I
to
like
stay
the
busy.
joint you sent me. We're gonna play that in the clips. We're gonna run that joint. But what's the name
Appreciate
of that again?
Appreciate that. That's a live
That's
joint.
the live. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I
Yeah,
rock with
man.
that. That's a nice joint, man. We're
Good
gonna
looking.
put up a little clip, but we'll put the link too, so people could get
All right,
the
all
whole
right.
visual. You know.
Yeah,
You got any live shows coming up? Do you do much performances live?
That was a whole era too, like the whole rocking shows era. You know.
yeah.
But have you done any shows or you
I
looking
have
to?
done shows in the past. I haven't done any shows lately.
Right.
I'm working, trying to get to that point where, I a lot of the times right here, right next door,
Yeah, Middle East.
yeah, they do a lot of shows at the
Facts.
Middle East.
Facts.
I want to try to get my son to perform in there, but
I've seen a few people. I've
Yeah.
seen Cormega there,
Lot of
Prodigy.
people, yeah.
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Back in the
dope.
days, we rocked the show there. I think I forget who, but we were doing shows with everyone, Middle East, everyone back in the day. Jordan Lucas, M. Dot, Terminology, it was like Smoke Bulger, Finelia, J. Smooth, Boston Bones. It was like Boston was going in. It was just all shows.
Yep.
And then
Damn.
it was videos. People wanted a visual. You need them music videos. You know,
Yeah.
now it's everything.
Well,
You
before
need
the
to be doing
internet, it was
everything.
all word of mouth stuff. You had to see these
You
people
had to be
live
out
or
there.
know
I was
somebody to get the
downtown selling
CD. It wasn't
CDs,
like
pushing
Yeah, that's a fact.
DVDs, talking to people, chopping it up. You had to be out there rocking shows.
that's when
Rapping
underground
it.
was truly like underground. If you
Really,
think about
yeah,
it, now they just call anything underground. That's not
Yeah,
mainstream,
like-
but they be having millions of views. It's wild.
Yeah, like when they battle, it's like in our era, it was a little bit more fast paced and bars, and now it's real slowed down and loud and in your face, and they take your time. But
Word.
I still enjoy the battles. I always been like a battle head, but I'd rather watch an old school battle than one of these new school battles where it's like they're talking, like
Yeah.
No beat, no
There ain't
nothing
no
like
skill
that.
in the bow keeping up a pace.
Well, most of the time, right, there's not
still
even
respect what
beats
they
like
do,
that
but it's
on the
like
newer.
they're kind of talking. They're not really. They're talking loudly rather than keeping up a pace in a rap. Like
The
a
cadence, right? There's no cadence to it.
Right,
They're just
There's
talking.
a dope delivery and it's hard, but
and they're
they're
rhyming.
basically just talking points. But you know you got to evolve with it or get left behind. So I like to check it all out, but
Yeah.
I rather old school battle. Like I was big on the battle culture, especially in that era. But who are some of the artists that like we all have them. I call it like the biased artists because it's like they might be where we're from, but who's someone else? Who are some people that you like or aspired that might not be from maybe the East Coast or maybe looked up to growing up,
Yeah,
or you like that maybe you thought you might not like.
I liked a lot of Atlanta artists like
Right. I
T.I.
was gonna say like Outkast. It took a while for them to grow on me, but T.I. I
Outkast.
fuck with heavy.
Yeah, Outkast. Well, so years ago, I remember like Outkast's first album, Atlians or something like
Right.
that. That was a whole different kind of
some Dungeon,
Outkast.
yeah.
Yeah, some thugged out
ATL,
shit. I used to love that shit too. But yeah, man, T.I., a lot of Atlanta artists.
Yeah, Atlanta was
Jeezy,
Atlanta,
Gucci, yeah,
Atlanta was
they
cracking
popping
for a
now.
minute, and they're still popping out. There you go. There, the strip clubs are crazy, but Atlanta
They were
got
like
a
the
lot of
first
dope
southern
artists.
city to really
Yeah, they're
pop.
really putting on. For
Florida's kind of blowing
ATL,
up a
they
lot
had,
too.
You know what I'm
You got a lot
saying?
of Kodak. You got a lot of
Lil
people coming out.
Jon, you got Usher. Atlanta got a lot of artists, bro.
Yeah, it was like a-
Ludacris. You know what I'm saying?
On and on. Yeah, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, facts.
Jermaine Dupri.
Shout out to Atlanta. Salute to the A one time. But yeah, man, that's dope. So, you haven't rocked the show over here at the Middle East?
Nah, I never rocked the show.
I haven't lately, but back in the day when I was on my show shit, but I haven't been rocking shows. I went to all videos for a while.
Say word,
Yeah,
yeah.
doing music videos, but I was into the shows for a while. But
Yeah.
I like to try to get something together at the Middle East.
I know
sometime.
COVID put a big stop to all of that. We still
yeah,
kind of,
definitely.
it's
like
over,
that's
but
where
it's
the podcast game kind of came into play. Like everybody's doing a podcast. Mike Tyson, Lil Wayne, everyone got a podcast. It's crazy. Stone Cold Steve Austin, everyone got a podcast now because it's like you're in the crib, you're an entertainer. What do? You
Right.
Just put on,
Yeah.
Yeah, especially those like bigger dudes, like you said, like Stone Cold. People already have like a fan
Yeah,
base.
huge
You know what I mean?
following.
So all they
you
got to do
is click it and bang, they got 300,000 subscribers
Yeah.
already. It's crazy. But the
dope,
podcast game's a little different. I learned from the rap game and applied what I learned from the rap game and to the podcast game. But we still rap. We got a dope video out now, the two of us and my nephew.
Oh, say where both of y'all got a video?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
we
I'm
got
gonna
a
have to
video
tap
out
into
called
that.
Long Nights. I have to show you that. But like you said, I'm looking to put on the next generation. Like my younger brother, my nephew, they got a dope new sound, the
Yep,
new wave.
that's right.
So I'm pushing their stuff. Benny Franks, Keto Wavy, the whole Scandalous squad. I'm kind of push the next generation.
Yeah.
I'm kind of falling back, playing the Suge Knights of their Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
The
that's
Master
dope.
P,
Yeah, sometimes
know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
lead by example though too, and just be the first one to be like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it, and then
playing the
hopefully it
Birdman
sparks that
to-
inspiration for
Yeah, I'm playing
for
the
them to
Birdman
kind of
to
step it
their
up.
Wheezy right now and just try to support whatever they're trying to do, like you said with your son and your other
Yep.
artists. But I think that's dope. What do you got coming up next? Like who you got?
So I got that You Heard First mixtape, which the catalog is crazy because again, I got
A
an
lot of
artist.
features.
Say that again.
A lot of features.
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
gonna be. I'm trying to get 16. I want to get 16 tracks on there.
Right. That's a solid.
It's probably gonna be like 12 different artists completely.
So you say mixtape, so you taking like industry beats, or you just taking all sorts of
So I got a lot of artists that I work with that are from different places, and they're sending me tracks of their own. And I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with all this music. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put it into a mixtape.
Oh, so is it gonna be like a compilation kind of
Like a
mixtape?
exactly, like a
okay, so it's
compilation.
not just all your tracks. It's your
Yeah.
tracks
Yeah,
with,
that's
or is it
dope.
all
Oh
you?
nope, it's not all me.
Okay, it's like
all,
the camp.
Yeah, exactly,
Gotcha. That's dope.
exactly,
And that's
exactly.
dope because
Like the old school Rough Riders album, and that Rough Riders album that came out when
With
DMX
everybody
with
on
Drag
it, yeah.
On and Eve and all that.
Yeah,
That
the
was
DJ Clue.
you don't see enough
Funk
of that.
Flex,
Yeah.
back in them eras, that's what I liked the most about the mixtape because it wasn't just one artist. Like I'll get a Funk Flex or DJ Clue, whoever it was, right? And you had all these different artists from Lil Wayne to Dipset and just down south, East Coast, West Coast, all blended on one mixtape, and you could like really rock with it. Like That's
How
why
far are
DJ
you into that project? Do you have like an expectation, like a date? You shooting for the spring? You shooting for a little sooner than that?
So I would say like a couple months from now is going to be completely done, but at the end of December, be on the lookout. I got the first video and track coming off of this mixtape. I'm putting out, and it's my man Gil
I
Videos.
was
He's
gonna
nice.
ask
He
you
works with a
who
lot of
shoot your
Boston
videos,
artists.
and
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you because I seen Gil video like one of your videos. I know a lot of my homeboys
Yeah,
use Gil
yeah.
videos, so I was gonna
He's
ask
dope.
you if
He-
he shoots your videos because
he
I rock
definitely
with Gil.
does.
Salute, shout out
Yeah.
to Gil videos.
Shout out to
but
Gil Videos. He's nice. He's crazy with the
I was
camera.
gonna ask
He's
you
been doing
about
it for a
him.
while. I remember
And I was gonna
doing-
ask him who shot his videos, but I kind of thought it might be because the quality, the work, and I seen him like the video and stuff. But like I said back in the day, and with like in the Boston, that was the go-to. He's one of the best. You know what I mean? People to go to in Boston. So
I agree. He's been doing it for a minute, so
Yeah, the
he's
catalog,
put
so
quality.
many
You know what I
people,
mean? And
yeah,
it's worth
yeah.
even when someone's good.
facts.
Even if you gotta pay that, you get what you pay for sometimes, man.
Yeah,
if you want
definitely.
quality, sometimes
over
you gotta,
quantity.
unless you got a
That's right.
relationship with somebody. But even then, if I got a relationship with you, I know this is what you do for a living, and I like your work. I'm gonna still
Yeah,
look
one
out for
hand
you,
wash
bro.
the other. Yeah, it's only
That's right.
right. It's only right. But yeah, man, what about the game now? What do you think about the state of hip hop now? Like,
So, man,
Are you into the new drill, like that Brooklyn drill?
a little bit, not really.
Not
I'm
so
not
much.
into it. Nah. I'm not old school dude, man. I like a lot of the old school artists. I
Yeah.
still listen to old school music. I listen to new school music too. Don't get me wrong.
right.
But my go-to is I still throw on a Jay-Z joint or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
hear you. Yeah, some of this new school, like some of it like is a lot of like as far as like back in the day it was cool to be a gangster, but nowadays it's like some devil worshiping alternative.
Yeah.
Like I ain't with all that. Like especially if you got youngins around you trying to push peace and positivity.
Yes.
So I kind of avoid some of that, the crazy stuff like that. But I still love I'll still go put on an old school record from the 80s and 90s, talk about trapping and rapping and you know what I'm saying, stripping and dipping on all that and
Yeah. I gotta
done
get
in
put
this
on to like
slanging
newer
and
school
banging,
music
but-
because I'm
Yeah,
not super
facts.
open minded because there's so much trash out there
Right,
where it's just
right.
like
You so old
this,
school,
and
you
it's
still
like be the
call 50
biggest
Cent
artist.
new.
I'm like, this dude is like,
Right.
how?
Yeah,
You know what I
Nah, it's
mean?
crazy now how the
How?
game go. People shake their life tag.
maybe I'm just washed, maybe,
Hits, hits,
It's the youth, they they all have different. Everybody came up different. That's what's cool about
Facts,
different eras. You know what I
perspective,
mean? Even like the Rakim and the Big Daddy Kanes was different than like the Nas's and the
Yeah.
Jay Z's and all that stuff.
Definitely. KRS-One.
Do you got like a top 5? I know that's cliche.
Yeah. Top
Or
five.
like a Mount Rushmore or a top 3 or whatever. You know what I
I
mean?
love bars, man. I would, I'm gonna say, you know what? Millie's is crazy with it.
Yeah.
Represent Massachusetts.
Yep. Cambridge.
All day, Cambridge. Shout out to Millie's. He's up there. He's
Holy
probably
water.
one of my top 5 right now.
Definitely.
Of
And
course,
he's around
Jadakiss
great
as
people.
well.
Jadakiss is one of my top. You know what I mean? He's a lyricist, like you said. It's about bars.
Yeah,
Jada's a beast.
yeah.
Absolutely.
There's another kid too, young kid. Well, he's not that young, but UFO Feeve. You ever heard of him?
No.
He got
I
bars
have to
too.
check him
You
out,
should check
man.
him out. Yeah, he's
Cause
nice.
I like to stay in tune, but it's so hard to keep up. I feel like there's so many new artists. It's like something will go right over my head sometimes. And I'll
But
miss
there
a
is
wave,
good
but
stuff hidden
there is
in
some
there. You
good-
gotta
that's
find
what I
it.
mean. There's some great artists out there, and then there's so much bullshit, and there's so much in between that it's like sometimes I'll miss something. But I like to stay up on things. That's why I'll ask other artists, you know what I mean, who they're rocking with locally or even worldwide. Who's your top 5, top 3? Who you see coming up? Because Massachusetts is going crazy right now. We got Bia. We got Coil Ray. We got people with Millies. Like them 3 alone right now are really doing
Killing it, yeah.
They're really doing it. Shout out to Fast Coop. Cambridge is really doing it, you know what I mean? So, even Sammy Adams, he had his run, back at, not too long ago, but
Absolutely.
you get a
Everybody's
few-
getting their
you
shot.
get a few local people really doing it. So, shout out to Cambridge for that.
That's dope.
Absolutely, man. So
So, who would be, the next, if you want to collab, like, whether it's local or even if it ain't local, who would be, if you could collab with anybody?
Yeah. Man, I would definitely love to collab with like a Millie's or something like that.
Definitely, maybe Lou Armstrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure. That kid Fast Coop is nice.
Yeah.
Fast Coop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we tapped in with him. Shout out to
He's
Fast
nice.
Coop.
Yeah, that's
He's
my guy.
nice. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
homie.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely nice, and he's putting in work. He's always doing something, whether it's rapping, podcasting.
Yeah. Make sure y'all tune into his
out
podcast, The
Fast
Crib,
Coop.
man. He just started his own podcast too, man.
Definitely, he pulled up too, man, to the bounce back, Scandalous world, man. But Fast Coop, he's another one from Cambridge doing his thing. You got Millie's doing his thing. You got Bia, doing her thing. You got Benzino's daughter. I was just talking to Benzino. Coil Ray's really doing her thing. Her and Bia like going worldwide status right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I see a lot more Benzino nowadays too, cause he started doing what, Love and Hip Hop or something.
He did Love and
'cause
Hip Hop.
He came out of
Atlanta,
nowhere to be bigger.
actually. He did Love and Hip Hop.
Bigger than he ever was
Atlanta, and then
before when he was really going.
Yeah, facts. When it comes to music, no matter how big you are, you're the Beatles, whatever, and it comes to movies, whether you're Brad Pitt, they say TV is the biggest exposure. So if you land yourself on a TV and even a good TV show, you become a TV star, and people like you, that's when you're gonna get the most exposure. It's TV because it's every day. You know what I mean? It ain't a one-time run,
Right.
like a song or a movie. A show is every day or once a week. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I just
Definitely
wasn't
big,
even aware he was
definitely
doing that.
huge exposure to get yourself on the show. I should have jumped on the opportunity when I had the.
But
few
even
chances.
them, Hangman 3,
yeah,
they had that
Made
song
Men.
on that Belly soundtrack
Yeah, they had
that, with the Locks.
with
That
the
shit was
Locks,
fire. Yeah,
legendary.
Tommy's
Made
thing.
Men, Hangman 3 and the Locks. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I was on a live with Benzino. We were reviewing my
shit.
music, and I was talking about that. I was just on the way here a few weeks ago. I was listening to that shit. You know what I mean?
That's dope that he's doing that too, cause it's like it works for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I would be listening to that Mary J from that Belly soundtrack. That's my shit.
Okay.
I mean, they kill that intro's crazy, bro. Ain't nobody telling me nothing.
Oh, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Coming from New York, man, to here, what was what did you know of Boston before you came out here, and what kind of caught you off guard, or something that surprised you, or was it as you expected?
So, I got a lot. My family lived in Boston, even though I was born and raised in New York the whole time. Like my aunts and shit lived out here. So from a young age, I was coming out here anyway, like on holidays
Oh, right.
and
So
stuff
you had
like
a little,
that.
you were familiar.
I was already a little bit familiar
Right.
with it,
Got you.
and they would always come down to New York, so we was always connected. So I was always up here. I
Okay,
was up
that's
here.
just
a
what it
lot.
But
was.
living
Okay.
in both, what was like the biggest difference you say, maybe? Because you was grown like what, in your 20s when you was in New
Yeah,
York?
it's fast. It was a lot faster back then.
Right.
It was
It's
wild.
New York's huge too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You still
So-
go out there?
I do.
That's
It,
what's
it
up.
was
I haven't
busy.
been out there
It's
in a
busy
while.
out there. It was busy out there compared to out here at the time. It was more calm and quiet.
Right.
More calmer.
Yeah, now you
seems
see
like it
it,
keeps
it's
getting-
starting to speed up.
Yeah, and that
Seems like a lot more
over
people
the
nowadays.
Years,
I
yeah.
mean, you've been around here for a
Yeah.
while
Yeah,
now.
for a long
so
time now.
it's
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
to fancy up,
Definitely.
They're making the city a little pretty, and there's people coming from everywhere. It's very.
Oh, they're
cool.
gentrifying
Crazy.
everywhere,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, basically. You
Rent's
know,
going up. It's
yeah,
weird because it's
yeah.
like before, you seem like everybody wanted to move out the city.
Right.
But now it's
yeah.
like everybody want to live in the
Yeah,
city,
then
but the
they
people
make it
from the
like,
city got to
yeah,
kind of, they
can't
can't
afford
afford
it.
it no more because
Exactly.
all these people come from the suburbs and they paying big rent, so they want it to be nice.
True.
So it kind of pushes out people more to the outskirts. It seems like to me, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
But
So-
anything else, like plug in your social medias, man. You got Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that.
platforms,
Just
got
it's
all-
all on the link tree.
JHF
All right.
Got all
Boston. Break that
platforms.
down. JHF
F
Boston.
_Boston on Instagram, all platforms. Jew heard first. Jew heard
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
You
Yo,
know,
make sure
exclusive.
you tap in, check it out. We're gonna have the links in the description, you know what I mean? But yo, if you got $1 million today, what would you do with, like, you know, say what could maybe change about the rap game or the world? If you got $1 million today, how would you apply it?
To the world? That's a good question. I mean, of course, I would love to invest. I like to do some positive stuff for the world too.
Right. Would you see
Definitely.
yourself still being an artist, still doing some music?
For sure.
Hell yeah.
For sure, for sure. That's in me for life, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you gotta get music back in the classrooms more too. It
Yes.
seems like they've pulled
Push
it
the
out of
music. Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
education, right?
Yeah.
From what I know, like I haven't been in school for damn near
Nah,
20 years,
but
but
yeah, we
I
need
remember
more
having
music in
music
the
class, and I
schools,
and
for
I know
sure.
that's not really the
A thing
budgets
there.
get cut, right? And
Yeah.
they don't really do so much of that, and it's
That
just
would
a
be
great
good
way,
thing to put in.
right? That's
put
what
in,
I'm
yeah.
thinking, kind of
Definitely.
money back into that, and more like updated music stuff, like music
Yeah.
production, not just like, oh, let's play the flute in third
Yeah.
grade. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No,
Let's get it in the
upgrade
high schools
it.
where people
Yeah,
can push it
facts.
to a career. You
Big
know what I mean?
word,
Not just
word.
let's play the xylophone in fourth
Yeah,
grade.
it's
No, that's
and it's
cool.
very
You know,
important.
you need to
Music
get
is
that.
very important, and it's good for the soul. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
good for the kids to learn instruments and different
Absolutely.
things. I think it's huge. You know, it's very fundamental.
For you, is music also like an outlet,
Yes.
like mentally?
Yes. You can, for networking is a beautiful thing, man.
Facts.
And you can do like more than just music or stuff that's involved with the culture.
Yeah,
but it
impacts
doesn't
the
necessarily have to be
community,
the
right.
music.
Yeah, you could exactly.
Yeah, well, we don't got I don't think we got too much time left. Anything that you like to add?
Now I just want to say I appreciate y'all for having me on the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
thanks
off
for,
the
nah,
top,
we appreciate you coming too, man.
All love, man, and
yeah, we appreciate you pulling up, man.
be on the lookout for that mixtape. It's coming through again. You heard first. JHF
heard.
_Boston.
You heard
You heard?
first. JHF_Boston. Make sure you tap in, links in the description. It's your boy Blue Eyes, Scandalous World. I'ma see you again.
I'm B. Luke. Thanks again for tuning in. One more time for the guests.
Salute.
Salute. You
Peace
heard
out.
first, baby.
All my life I was told to do right. Stick around by my side if they wanna test my life. Yeah, street kid, I was shopping long nights on the weekend.